From the streets of Leningrad to the corridors of the KGB, Vladimir Putin, a name that resonates on the global stage, a figure of significant influence and controversy. But what are the origins of this enigmatic leader? Let us return to the beginning. Leningrad, 1952. A city marked by the scars of war welcomed a future leader. Young Vladimir was a product of the Cold War era. Raised in a communal apartment, life was challenging. However, Putin developed a sense of resourcefulness. He was a scrappy youth, a street child with an adventurous spirit. One anecdote recounts a young Putin pursuing a large rat out of his building. This determination would characterize his later years. Putin was captivated by tales of espionage. The KGB, the Soviet Union's formidable intelligence agency, fascinated him. It represented a pathway to greater aspirations. This fascination led him to pursue legal studies. He excelled academically. He mastered the art of navigating complex situations. He refined his skills in observation and analysis. These were essential tools for the journey he was about to undertake. A journey that would lead him to the core of the Soviet system and ultimately to the leadership of a resurgent Russia. As a child, Putin was known for his tenacity and quick thinking. His teachers often remarked on his sharp intellect and curiosity. He spent countless hours in the library, devouring books on history and politics. Outside the classroom, he was an avid sportsman, particularly excelling in judo. The discipline and strategy of martial arts would later influence his political maneuvers. He was also active in the Young Pioneers, the Soviet youth organization, where he honed his leadership skills. Despite the hardships, his family instilled in him a strong sense of duty and resilience. These early experiences shaped the man who would one day lead Russia. The making of a President Putin's ascent in Russian politics. Vladimir Putin began in the KGB, served 16 years. In 1999, Yeltsin appointed him Prime Minister en deux years. By year's end, Yeltsin resigned. Putin became acting president in 2000, elected president, starting his long tenure. In the grand chessboard of global politics, every move carries weight, but sometimes even the most seasoned players can miscalculate. The Russia-Ukraine war is a stark example of such a miscalculation. What seemed like a strategic advantage now teeters on the brink of a costly mistake. The stakes are high and the repercussions could be far-reaching. So what went wrong? And more importantly, what happens next? Stay with us as we uncover the layers of this complex and unfolding drama. The Kremlin's victory came at a steep price. Sanctions crippled key sectors, energy exports were restricted, financial institutions faced limitations, the ruble plummeted, inflation soared. Was it all worth it? As economic hardship deepened, domestic dissatisfaction grew. Support for the Kremlin began to waver. Protests erupted and dissent grew louder. Figures like Alexei Navalny led the opposition. The government's response was harsh. Vladimir Putin's place in history is complex. His tenure has triumphs and controversies. The Russia-Ukraine war is significant. To some, a protector of sovereignty, to others, a symbol of autocracy. His impact is undeniable. What lies ahead for Putin and Russia? The future is uncertain. The Russia-Ukraine war has left a lasting impact. Challenges abound. Russia faces isolation from the West but seeks stronger ties with China. Economic sanctions and political dissent pose hurdles, yet Russia remains resilient. The world watches closely, waiting to see the next chapter unfold. Vladimir Putin's interactions with key world leaders have significantly shaped the global landscape. With China, Putin has cultivated a strategic partnership focusing on economic and military cooperation. Conversely, his relationship with the United States has been fraught with tension. In Europe, Germany and France have balanced engagement with caution. The UK relationship soured after the poisoning of Sergei Skripal. In the Middle East, Putin's support for Assad has solidified Russia's influence. These interactions are like moves on a global chessboard, enhancing Russia's standing. Vladimir Putin has mastered using media to shape his image, both in Russia and globally. Russian state-controlled media portrays Putin as a strong leader. Carefully curated content ensures he is seen as the nation's guardian. Internationally, the narrative is more complex. Western media often focuses on allegations against him. This highlights media's power in shaping perception. Propaganda is a key tool in this strategy. Outlets like RT and Sputnik blur lines between news and propaganda. They target international viewers, challenging Western perspectives. Information warfare is crucial in modern geopolitics. Social media is used to influence elections and spread disinformation. These efforts weaken adversaries, asserting Russia's influence. Media's role in shaping Putin's image shows information's power. The media landscape is an arena for Putin's strategies. State-controlled narratives and information warfare are key to the Kremlin's global influence.